I've had this bag for about a month now, so I wanted to do a review and just go over some of the pros, the cons, and also cover some of the questions I've seen online about this bag. So if you're interested, stick around. Hi everyone, my name is Abby and welcome to Design for Growth, where we make everyday moments extraordinary through fashion, lifestyle, and personal growth. So from fashionistas to hostesses, join me on this journey to elevate our lives. It's giving self-love. Let's grow together. Today we're going to be talking about the iconic, is she an icon yet? Yeah, she's an icon. Okay, the iconic Kisslock Frame Bag from Coach. Look at her. The Coach Kisslock Frame Bag was reintroduced to us in the spring-summer 2025 runway show. And honestly, I feel like once it went down that runway, we all had this bag on our mind non-stop. It was just presented to us with like great styling, and Coach has really been in their bag recently. On the runway there's like so many juicy colors, there were mini sizes, the big sizes, they had like greens and pinks and blacks, and they had even had some that had graffiti on them, and so they really grabbed our eyes. But this bag is actually a re-edition. Bonnie Casson joined Coach as the lead designer in the 1960s, where she created the Kisslock Frame range. It came in a clutch, backpacks, and all different types of bags. So fast forward to 2025, where the current creative director, Stuart, has reintroduced them. Also, if you don't follow Stuart on Instagram, you totally should, because he gives all the details about when the launches are coming, which bags are coming, and also a nice behind the scenes on how the bags are made and what the process is like. I've started following him this year and I've really enjoyed it. But back to Bonnie. Bonnie herself is a pioneer. Like I said, she was the first lead designer from Coach, and she was really big, like one of the big pioneers about ready to wear. At that time, ready to wear was not as big as it is now. I think now every show has, their ready to wear line, their couture line, but she was one of the first people being like, there is something here, we should do ready to wear. On top of it, she is the pioneer for American sportswear. So we have her to thank for all the cute little legging sets and activewear sets that we wear now. Thanks, Bonnie girl. Thank you. Thank you, girl. This is the Kisslock frame. It looks like these two knobs are kissing, and then it's attached to this frame. And to open it, you just push them apart and they open. So pretty easy. The frame does have some heft to it, and it's okay. Like, I haven't had any issues with the frame at all. First off, let's talk about the size of this bag. She is a big one. She is a
ludicrously capacious bag. What's even in there? Huh? Flat shoes for the subway or lunch pail? I mean, Greg, it's monstrous. It's gargantuan.
The length of this bag is 12.25 inches, and the width of this bag is 7.75 inches, and the height is at 11.75. So it is a large bag. So I think it's important to talk about the materials of this bag. So this is the black currant color with the gold hardware. This is 100% glove tanned leather on the outside and on the inside as well, which is amazing because not all leather bags have leather on the inside and outside. And on the website, it says that the detachable strap drops about 9.775 inches. So it's a pretty decent drop. I'll step back. For me, you can see that it comes kind of past my hips onto my thighs, which is a good size for me when I carry it like this. I keep this little styrofoam thing at the bottom of the bag because it doesn't really have a lot of structure to it. So inside the bag, it's basically a zipper pocket, and that's it. And then the rest is like an open hole. So I'll show you what I've been able to fit in my bag. Let's start off with my computer. So I have I believe this is a 13-inch Mac Air. It does fit into it. But I just personally don't like the way that it sags in it. So you can see it kind of like sags the bag, which I don't like. So I tend not to carry my laptop in here because I think it's just a little too heavy for this bag. So what I have done instead is I'm a person who loves using their iPad, and so my iPad is light, an iPad fits. I also have my diary / my agenda that fits, and my water bottle. This is the type of bag that you really do need a toiletry pouch because you just can't throw things in it, because if you do, you'll be searching for it and rummaging through it for days. So this is a must. Let's see. I also have my wallet, lip gloss and keys. Put this. So if you're carrying this bag with the shoulder strap, this is fine. It doesn't droop too much. You can go about your everyday with it, not a big deal. But if you're carrying this like this on the crook of your arm, it's heavy, and I wouldn't recommend doing that. This would not be a practical way for me to do it. So these straps are pretty sturdy, and it seems as if they've been holding up. When it comes to my laptop, which is the only thing that doesn't necessarily fit into it, even in my other bags, I tend to carry my laptop in my hands anyway. So this is perfectly fine for me. So next, I'm gonna grab some of my other work totes or larger bags, and we're just gonna compare the sizes just so you can see what we're working with. One moment. So I have two other big bags that I normally carry around that I think are comparable to the Kisslock frame. So this is my Chloe Woody tote. This and the Coach Kisslock Kiss frame bag hold the exact same thing. So my iPad, my agenda, water bottle, wallet, keys, and toiletry bag. And it kind of has the same, even though it's a different shape, it kind of has the same functionality where it's just a big hole with one pocket. And I carried this no problem. The bottom didn't slouch, just kind of like my Kisslock bag as well. And I have big arms, so this was a little uncomfortable for me when I had the Woody tote. So normally I would just carry it like this at my side. And I didn't have a problem with it, honestly. And I would have my computer in my hand. I don't know why I do that, but it's just a habit from like college. The other bag that I have here is my ICare Tote from YSL. I absolutely love this bag for travel. Once again, it's a big bag with one zipper, and this one comes with its own toiletry pouch, but which I love, but it is a big bag. This, at its widest, this is how big it is. And once again, I don't like to overstuff this. When I do travel with it, it'll have like a toiletry pouch, I think my jewelry in it, water bottle, anything of my important documents, a jacket, just cutesy things, not heavy things, because there is no structure to this. But I do love traveling with it because I can just throw it around, and I can carry a lot of stuff in it. So things I get at the airport or like last minute things, I just throw in this bag and I'm good. So as you can see, this is the Coach Kisslock. This is the YSL. The YSL is a tad bit bigger than it. And then let's compare the Woody tote. So the Woody tote is a little bit smaller than the Kisslock. You guys can see here, but relatively the same size, just a different shape. So next, I'm just gonna go over some of the questions I've been seeing people ask online and some questions that people have asked me when they've seen me with this bag. First question, is the bag heavy? I think the bag can be heavy depending on how much you put in it. For me, like I said, if I am going to use it for an everyday bag with my iPad, agenda, things like that, I'm using the strap, but I'm also making sure I'm very aware not to overfill it because it can get heavy very quick. It's a big bag, so that makes sense. For me, when I just have my toiletry pouch, my keys, and my wallet in it, fairly easy. I can carry it like this all day. For example, I went apple picking the other day and I bought this bag with me, and most of the time I carried it under my arms and it was perfectly fine. But when I was doing the actual apple picking, I just had it on the crook of my on my shoulder, and it worked out perfectly fine. Like, it wasn't too heavy, it wasn't in the way. Like, I'm someone who's like, I know I tend to baby my bags, but for this one, for some reason, I'm not really afraid of babying it as much. That leads me to the second question, which is the leather sensitive? And I personally think yes and no. So like, kind of how I said, I haven't been babying this bag like my other bag, like my YSL ICare bag. Sometimes I do think I do baby that one a little bit more because it's lambskin, but this one, not so much. Like I said, I've gone apple picking with it, gone to cafes with it, thrown things in it, thrown it in the car, thrown it on the floor. Like, it's been doing pretty well. When I did buy the bag, my sales associate did mention, when you're putting charms on the bag, make sure that you don't get charms that could be too heavy or like could be too abrasive on the leather. So I'll show you. I actually just had this happen for the first time. So I had this cute charm on it, and I've had this cute charm on like other things, like my backpacks and stuff like that. So this is nothing new. And I just decided to take this off because while I was filming, I realized it was scratching the leather. I don't know if you'll be able to see this right here. This was not there. This is exactly where this fell. And so my charm scratched the leather, and this is the first time I've seen this. So through all the manipulation I've done with it so far, the only thing that has scratched it is my bag charm. And I think it's because it has like a resin to hold up the flower, this big flower. It has some resin back here that's a little sharp. So you do have to be a little mindful and careful with that. Like, I think this, like looking at the bag, yeah, after having it for a month, literally that's my only scratch. And that was my own doing for picking a horrible charm. Another question is, how functional or practical is this bag? I do think this bag is functional and practical. Like I said, I use it as an everyday bag. If I was back in corporate, I would probably use it as my work bag as well. I showed you what can fit into it. It does fit a good chunk of things. I do think it can get heavy easily if you overstuff it, but that's with any bag. I know I'm weak, so I'm not gonna be out here stuffing this bag to the brim for sure, because any sign of a bag too heavy, I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. But this bag, I think, like, I found a good middle ground where I can carry the things that I need. The strap is very handy. It doesn't dig into your shoulder, which is a big thing. And also it has enough space for you to put it on. Like for me, I have a sweater on I have a long sleeve, and then I have a sweater on top of this. So I do have a lot of excess fabric, and my arm can still fit in that bag pretty easily, versus with like my Woody tote, even when like my regular arms do not fit into that bag easily. Another question that I've been seeing is people talking about, is it a good investment bag? Personally, for me, I don't buy bags as investments because, I don't know, guys, life is really hard right now, and the world is really scary, and so many things are going wrong, and so many people are like, there's just so much fear and anger and like just unhappiness in the world right now. And so for me, like, I really can't think about like, is this a good investment bag right now? Like, the way that I'm shopping and the way that I'm like deciding where to spend my money is based off of how I feel. Like, when I saw this bag, I like could not stop smiling. I really, really love it. Every time I like grab it, I grab it with a smile, and that's how I know it is a good investment for me, because it makes me happy and it brings just like a tiny bit of joy, even if it is for like 10 seconds a day. I do understand that some people want to make sure that they can make some money off the bag if they need to sell it. On Batch and File and on The Real World, I didn't really see any of these bags, but on eBay they had a few. The ones that they did have were going above, like about $200 above asking. So you can get this bag for like $700, and I think the people online were selling it like $920, $950, something like that. And if you happen to sell the bag now, I do think you can make some money. But I really think it's because it's so hard to get your hands on this bag. I know that like Dillard's, Macy's, I think some people have said Amazon, and of course Coach, randomly have like restocks of this bag. So overall, let's talk about the pros and the cons. I do think this is a really unique bag. The shape, the color, the feel of the leather is so beautiful. I do think it's very fashion forward, it's versatile. I can take it to work, I can take it to brunch, I can take it to a meeting, I can dress it up, dress it down. It can be a professional bag or it can be a fun bag. I do think you have to be a little bit careful on what you put on this bag, the charms that you put on this bag. So that's a con. Another thing is like this bag doesn't have feet, which I don't think, I don't think is a big thing for me, but there has been a couple of cases where I'm like, ooh, should I put this bag on the floor? I wish it had feet for me to put it on the floor. So if it had feet, maybe that would be a plus. Another con is, this is something silly, but for the zipper in here, I kind of wish the zipper had kind of like a tag to help you grab it a little bit more, like maybe even like one of these Coach tags. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna remove one of the tags here and put it in here just to help me grab it. The zipper is really smooth, but like, you know, Coach could have, you know, put a cute little Coach charm in there, or put a little leather tag in there. I'll insert some clips of a couple of outfits that I've worn this bag with. So I really do think it's a bag that you can dress up, dress down, and let me know what you think. That's it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me as I review the Kisslock Frame Bag. So we've talked about the bag itself, some of the pros, some of the cons, how I've been using it, how I've been styling it. So hopefully this is helpful. If you have any other questions, just post them down below and I'll get back to you on that. Also, before I go, I'd like to ask you to please subscribe. We are trying to grow this channel. I don't know why I said we. I mean, I am trying to grow this channel right now. I'm at 46 subscribers and I'd love to get to 50. So please subscribe and share this video if you'd like. Thank you so much. And if you are interested in me doing another video of some of the other larger totes I have, like the Woody tote or the ICare tote, please let me know. I'm happy to do it. And also my sister has the Kisslock Frame Bag in the mini jacquard. So if you want to see a review of that, I am happy to do one. Just let me know. But thank you so much, and I'll see you all next time. Bye. This is Lucy. She's come by to tell you to subscribe to her mommy's channel. Yes, subscribe. Say hi, Lucy. Ah! Cat attack, cat attack. Ah! Chaos, I tell you, pure chaos.